Hey guys, it's Z here back with another tutorial and I hope you guys are doing great. So guys, we will be doing the skies edit and also let me tell you in advance that this is just half of the edit. I will work on an Misagi part of 16 beats long and will make a tutorial on all of this edit that I am making. But before starting it, let me tell you one thing. If you guys need any of the materials that I'm using in this edit, make sure to join my Discord server and get everything from there. Firstly, let's see these. As you can see, this is how I made these clips here for the edit, and they are messed up, but they work out usually. So yeah, this is how I do this. Firstly, what I did is that the main animation, then add the background, and like you see, I have added clouds behind it. It was a green screen, so you get what I'm trying to say. Also, I gave it some adjustment layer and all the other stuff, which is later done in the composition. But right now I'm just gonna explain how I did this. So firstly, we added a zoom out to this, as you can see, then a zoom in, but it is a delayed one with different graphs like this. Then in the background, I just added two balls and then made them go in the center like that, as you can see, and also added a cutout of this, like I just copy pasted it and then gave it some zooms and also gave it the blend, like I made it occupancy go down a bit, and this is the graph for the scale. I'm just only giving you guys a quick look on all of these clips, how I do this. And this is, I guess, yeah, the blur. Like I went to the adjustment layer, made them black, and as you can see that the balls have that blur behind that. So it's just that. Next up, we have this, and it is just simple. I just only gave it a zoom in like that, and the graphs are a bit different here. Like I don't really do these in the clips, but I was trying to do something insane, I would say. So I just did this, gave it some Y keyframe too, and made it go down like that. And for the background, you can see that it also has the clouds and all. And when I compound clipped it, I just only gave it a zoom out, as you guys can see, like the background is zooming out and the character is zooming in. Next was this one. This is a bit complicated. Like the very first thing in this is the same zoom like this. Then we have these clones. Now they were a bit messed up. Like you simply have to make them go down like this. And also I have added some scale keyframes to make it fit well. Like simply a zoom in like that. Then for the exit, make sure that it goes to the right side like this. And then a bit down for the Y like that. And what I added next is an effect named Shredder 12, and then I just set its speed like this and strength 100, atmosphere 0, and texture 100. Once you do that, just compound clip it and just copy paste and mirror it. Like, let me show you again. I have this one here. I have added like glow 2 on it, and also from the curves, I have made it inverse like this, as you can see. Then all I did was just copy paste it and then press Ctrl M to mirror it, and then we get it on the other side. So that's how we did this clip. And for here, you can see the zooms and the X and Y movement. And also the background, like it has a zoom out, you can see, with legit no graphs or anything to make it look better. Then the next clip was same like always, just a zoom out, nothing in the background. Then for the zoom in, the background has a bit zoom out, and also have these clones and these sidewards movement for the main clip and the other clone. Same for the other side. So that's how I made these. I just wanted you guys to take a quick overview on how I made these clips so that you guys can actually understand when we make the edit. Now let's move on and get the clips and do it. And all the clips that you guys will need here, the material and all of that stuff that I used in it will be posted on my Discord server. So make sure that you join it from the link in the description. You will get all these things there. Now let's start by the very first clip. Now here we have a zoom out on the clip here and then a zoom in right here. So let's do that. Firstly, we go to the starting and give it an X and Y and scale keyframe. Go at the next part, add one keyframe there, then go one frame to the right and add one keyframe there. Now go at like around middle here and then add one keyframe here. Now increase the scale a bit here like this. Then go at the starting and change it to 1000, or you can keep it to 500. It depends upon how much zoom you want. Then we go at the next keyframe and here we have to zoom in again. So like keep it at 500. Then for the next one, make it go down to 30 or 35. That will be good. Then you have to go at the ending and change it up to like 200 or 180. That will be good so that it zooms in like that. Now you have to simply give it canvas. I would say just select all the clips that you have and then give them canvas from the basic. Just select blur and select the very first one to add this. I'm just trying to make this tutorial a bit beginner friendly, but before watching this tutorial, I would say that you should know some basics on how to do the zooms, how to do the graphs, and how to do these other basic composition and all. So if you don't know the basic, you won't be able to understand what I'm trying to do here. Now our first clip's keyframing is done. Now let's move on to the next one. And this one is just a simple zoom out. And then I added a rotate to the next clip if you have watched the preview. So for the first keyframe, I just make it smaller like this. Around here, this is good enough. And then we go to the ending and like zoom in as much as we want. Like this is good enough. Or you can keep it at here, 170. And now comes the rotate. Like at the starting, you have to give the rotate and then go at the ending and keep it around 60 or 65. That will be good enough so that it rotates like that. We will add the graphs and that will make it a lot better. Firstly, we just do the keyframing and then we do the graphs. Moving on to the next clip, we will have to like add that same zoom out, like keep it 1000 here at the starting. Then go like at the middle like here and then make it a bit zoomed in than 100, like 105 is good enough. And then go at the next beat, add one keyframe there, then go one frame to the side. Then here you have to like zoom in around 500. Then for the next keyframe, just make it go smaller, like around 30 or 35, that is good enough. Then at the ending, you have to like make it zoomed in as much as you want. Now we also have to add X and Y keyframes. So at the starting, just don't add anything. Right at the middle keyframe, you have to add this X and Y keyframe, then go at the next keyframe. And here you have to like make it go down so that the zoom goes onto the face, just like here. Then for the next keyframe, just make the Y a bit up like here so that it also comes from that way. And at the ending, make it in the center like this so that it zooms on the face, just like that. Also for the rotate, you have to add a keyframe at the starting and then one at beside the next beat. Then at the starting, just make it go in minus 100 or 120. That will be good enough. And then later on, we will give it graphs and it will be better. Then for the next clip, this is a bit complicated, so we will do this later on. Now let's give them the graph. So for the very first one, it is quite simple, like you don't really have to do much. Just simply give this middle keyframe the middle graph line so that it has this effect from both sides. Like if I move this up, the other one goes down. So make it stretched from both sides like this. And make sure that they are all equal and a bit like this. Then for the first one, just give it the graph line and make it go down like that. Then for the third keyframe, make it go a bit down like this so that you kind of get this shape in the graph. Then for the last one, you just simply have to give it graph and make it go a bit straight like this and a bit down. Those are just the graphs that I do here. Nothing much complicated. Now keep checking that if the graphs that you are done are looking good or no. So this is good. Then for the next one, Same graph, like make it go straight and a little bit down like this. Then for the rotate, what you have to do is like give it graph line to the first one, then make it go straight a bit and move it a little bit down so that at the starting it keeps the rotation in the center and then it rotates like that. Then for the last keyframe, give it the graph and make it somewhat like this. This will be good enough, yeah, so that it moves like that. Then for the next one, open the keyframe animation, and for the scale, it is the same graph that we repeated before. I'll just have to stretch it from both sides. Then give graph to the first keyframe and make it go down. Then give to the last one. Then for the zoom in, just same, make it go straight. Then the same graph as you did in these two scale keyframes, you have to do the same with the Y. Now it's just the rotate. So for that, you have to just give graph to this keyframe and make it go straight and a bit up like this. And make sure that you guys keep checking the graph so that it doesn't really mess up everything. And as you can see that we kind of messed up the movement of this clip. So I made it go a little bit up from here so that it actually zooms in on the face. Yeah, now it's better. Still, the last clip is a bit messing up. It is a bit down, so I'll just move it up and see. Yeah, now it's better. And by the way, if you are thinking like why I haven't added the sheik yet, that is because I will explain that later. Firstly, we should do the keyframes first. So for the next clip, we have to add a transition and also the same zoom as we were doing in the first clip. Firstly, just give it the same zoom out, 1000 at the starting, and then 500 at the ending. And you have to go a bit to the center like here and make it go down to 105 or 104. That is good enough. And here you have to add an X and Y keyframe, then go at the ending. And here what you have to do is make it move to the right side so that it zooms on the right side where our clone is. And that's done. Now give it the graphs, same as before. Now for these clones, we will do the same as before. We have to add the zoom out at the starting so that it zooms in on next keyframe and then moves to the clone. So X and Y keyframe at the starting and a zoom out at the starting of the clip. Then we go to the next clip right here and just split it from here. Now from the ending of this clip, you have to zoom in as much as you want if you think the quality matters, so you can keep the zoom less, or you can just keep it up to 225. That is good enough. Then move it to the right side like this so that it zooms on the character right here. Then do the same thing, just copy paste these keyframes here. And you just change the value of X from minus to plus and you are done. The same keyframing on this other clip, but in the opposite direction. Now for the rotate, what you have to do is go to this clip again and add a rotate keyframe at the middle. At the ending, you have to rotate it to plus 22, like this, so that it rotates on this side. And here at the next clip, just add a rotate keyframe at the starting and make it go a bit to -6, or you can keep it around -22 or -30, as much as rotate you want. Then at the ending, make it go back to 0 so that it rotates that way. Then for the next clip, do the opposite. One rotate keyframe at the starting and make it go in +30. Then at the ending, make it 0. And now let's do the graphs. For the rotate, just do the exactly same. Just make it go all the way straight like this. And for these graphs, you have to do the same graphs as we always do. Just make them go straight and a little bit down like this. Same for X. And same for rotate. Likewise, do the same for the next clip as well. Now check if you have done the graphs well. I think the rotate was too much here, so I guess we can fix that to 20. That will be good enough. Just change the value of rotate from here and it will be good. Now time comes for the transition. At the starting for this clip, we have to add the simple basic transition, which is our pull in. So just add pull in here. And if it is glitching like this, make sure that you reduce its duration a bit so that you can see that it zooms out. And this is the real pull in transition. Otherwise, it will be messed up. So we add pull in here, and here I added a rotate here, simple, just because I thought it will look good with the glitch. So for here, you have to add this rotate CCW2. Just add that here and see if the duration is good enough. Yeah, it's good enough. But I think that I added too much zoom on this one, so I reduced the zoom a bit to 150. Yeah, that looks good. Rest will be covered with glitches, motion blur, and the shake. This is kind of looking a bit too down, so I moved it up also again. And at the ending, I made it go a little bit up because it's a bit too down. Now here we have to add a transition, and for that you will need some material, which is like a photo frame. But before that, just go at this part of this clip and you have to export the still frame. Add that frame here, and also we have that other photo frame which you have to add here. Now set up its duration like at the ending of this clip and make sure that it is up to the second beat, and change the size of this frame that you exported so that it fits in this like that. And now compound clip it. Go inside this compound clip and you have to rotate this thing like this. And now here you have to add an effect which is called player 3. Add that here, make its speed 100 and then glow 0, this 100, and now you have to add rotate keyframes to this. Also make sure that the texture is 0. Now split that here, go back, split it from here like this so that we get the actual duration of this clip. Now here at this part where the clip starts, add a rotate keyframe, then go at the ending, add one there, and here you have to like rotate it in whatever direction you want. I will keep it at 100 because I want it to go to this side so that I rotate it and it will go downwards. Then you have to compound clip this as well again and then split it here. Now give it an X and Y keyframe. go at the ending and make it go down like this. Make sure that it is not cutting out this part. As you can see, if I go down, it cuts it out. So just make sure that you are around here. And now we just have to give it the graphs. So for this rotate, just do these graphs here, as you can see. Same goes for this as well. Now just go back. And here you have to do something different. Just rotate it to 90 degree and it will be here like this. And now change its scale to 1000. Add a scale keyframe at the starting. Add an X and Y keyframe as well. Then you have to go like around here and change its rotate to 100, or you can keep it small also, or you can keep it around like here. Or if you want to make it more smaller, you can keep it however you like. Then at the ending, you have to make it go all the way down like this. Now it comes for the graphs. These are a bit different. Like for the scale keyframe, you have to give graph to the second keyframe and make it go all the way straight. Then for Y, you have to give it the graph line at the starting, make it go a little bit straight, then give graph line to the second keyframe and make it go straight like that. Now what this will do is that it zooms out first and then it goes down. Now here the keyframing in graphs matter a lot, so you can also make this keyframe go a bit closer so that it zooms out. We can see the whole frame and then it rotates to downside like that. Also in this Y, you can make this one go up like this so that it stays a bit on the screen and then it goes down. Yeah, this is good enough. After doing all of this, the keyframing, the graphs are done. What you need to do is do some transitions, then the shake. So for the first transition, we did this. And also I forgot to add pull in here, like you guys just have to add pull in so that it zooms in. Yeah, that looks good. Now, as for the shake, I have something to say that I can't really teach you guys the exact same shake again and again, but I will show you how it was done so you guys can figure it out and do it yourself because it is out of my English. भाई मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता ना मेरे को इतनी इंग्लिश आती है मेरे से नहीं होगा आप खुद ही देख लो sorry I had to say this but some people may understand it and some not but it is what it is. So I'll just show you the exact same shake that I used. So for the very first few clips, what I did is you can see that I did the exact same scale keyframes on these. I will improve that later on, which I will show you. And for the shake, you can see that what I have done here, like it's X and Y keyframes and the graphs. So that's just it. And also this rotate. What I'll just simply do is simply copy all of this from here and paste it on the lower clip so that it adds the seam shake. Firstly, at the starting, you can see that X's value is -24. Then we go a few frames forward and change its value to -89. Then at the next one, we change it to 84, or you can keep it at 80. Then at the next one, like you have to keep it around 100. Leave this extra last keyframe, just it is normal. Then added something with Y here. I don't know what I have done, but like it is how I made these shakes. So I just simply copy paste these on all other clips. And also for the rotate is kind of simple. I rotated it to 9.5 at the starting, then made the graph go down so that at this part, it actually changes to minus. Then I give graph to the other one so that it goes straight and back to. So I'll just simply copy paste these same keyframes on the two clips, this one and this one. And for this one, what I did is that you can see that I can't really add rotate or Y keyframes on it because it already has those keyframes. So I just only added X here. You can see that it only has X keyframes. So I just copy that and paste here and also paste them here. And that's legit it. The rest will be fixed with the motion blur and all the other stuff that we do. And some of the clips were like this, so I can't really add shake to both of these separately. So what I did is compound clip them. Then I change its scale to 107. And now I give them the shake. And here the shake is a bit different. So how I did that is if I go here in my clips that I made before, you can see that it has different X and Y movement. So I'll just copy these from here and paste it on the other one. And then I'll show you how I did these. Also, I added the rotate as well. And I have to enable canvas from here as well. You can see at the starting, it is still at 24. Then at the next keyframe, it changes to 80. But then I gave it different graphs. And at the ending, I keep it at 108. And the Y is the usually same as I did in the other one. You can see that it's just the matter of graphs and all that. So the shakes become something like that. Same for the rotate. It's the same as before. The value of rotate is 9.5 and then the same graphs. Then it goes at that and boom, the shake is done. Same, I will paste these shakes on the next two clone clips. And now as you guys can see that the shake is done, the transitions are done. I need to add one more transition and a few more things in it to make it better. And then in the next tutorial, I will teach you how to do the glitches and how to give it the finishing touches like the CC and a few more things. Now for the overlay over here, I added somewhat like splash so that the splash zooms in as with the animation. It was this one. Firstly, I just split it at this part. Then I split it at here. And I put it at the starting like this. Then give it some speed graphs like this. Yeah, this is good enough. Now what we have to do is go to its adjustment, make it white by changing its saturation to -50. Then we go to the color wheel and make this one go a bit down, like here. Now we go to video, then change its blend mode to screen. And now start giving it the keyframes as we did before. At the starting, just make it go a bit smaller and put it at the face of the character like here. Then add an X and Y and scale keyframe at the starting. Go to the next beat, and here you just have to zoom in and make it fit in the center. If you think that it's adding X keyframes, so what you can do is crop it and make it in center, like the circle type of thing should be in center. And there you go. You just have to adjust Y-axis and its scale, and it will be good enough. Once that is done, what you can do is add occupancy keyframe right after it starts, like here. Then go at the ending and change it back to 0. Now for the graphs, just give it the same graph as you did on the clip. Make it go all the way straight for scale. Same for Y. And one more thing, what you can do is either compound clip it or just leave it there and then give it the X keyframes, like remove these and give it the shake that we made, and also the rotate for both of the clips, this two and this one too. And as you can see, we are done with most of our edit. One last thing is that to make your clips smoother, what you can do is untick this uniform scale option, and you can see that it separates out the width and height graphs. So for the zoom out, what I usually do is I make the width graph a bit slower, like make it less from here and adjust it from the bottom again. And for this one, I make it go a little bit up so that it's a bit slowed and it kind of gives it warpy type effect. And for the zoom in, I simply just reduce the width a bit like this. And you can make the width graph a bit slower and move it back. Then keep doing these same things with all the other clips that you made. If it is a zoom in, just make it smaller, or you can make its height graph a bit fast so that the width graph will become slower. So I'll just simply do this with all the clips we have. And once you finish doing all these little details, your clip and the edit will look something like this. Now there are two more things which are the effects that I used in the edit, and that is wide angle and gentle rippling. Firstly, wherever you added like a zoom out, make sure that you add a wide angle effect above it. Make it strength 100 at the starting, give it the keyframe, and like go at the middle of the clip and make it 0. And give it the straight graph line at the ending like this. Now just simply copy paste it on all the clips where you added a zoom out. Like if it is this clip, I added it here as well, but inside this and below this first clip so that it does not apply on this thing. And for these clones, we will add gentle rippling and change its speed to 70 or 65. That works well. And after you have done all of this, your edit will look like this. Now the next thing is just to compound clip it, or if you can't compound clip it, you can export it, import it back and give it motion blur and keep the motion blur setting around 40. So let's just do that now. Just import that exported clip and move these clips aside. And here you have to simply give it motion blur. And one more thing, if you guys think after giving motion blur, your quality is getting lower, what you can do is enable AI HD so that it keeps the quality and also gives it the motion blur. But I'll simply just do motion blur for here right now. I don't really want to do that. I have already made the edit. I'm just giving you guys the tutorial on how I made all of these things and how you guys can get better at graphs and all these stuffs and learn something from this tutorial. And I hope whatever I say in this tutorial भाई समझ आ जाना चाहिए बाकी मुझे नहीं पता मुझे नहीं मालूम भाई. Now next up is just the transitions, the next part of the edit, and then glitches, CC, and a few final touches. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. I hope I made you guys understand whatever I tried to say in this broken English or something, and my accent is also not good. So I hope you guys understood it. I am yapping too much. And that's it for today's tutorial. See you guys in another video. Till then, bye bye.